Welcome everyone. Welcome to this weekly installment of our weekly healing meditations. This week is for the week beginning of Monday, 7th of March. Now, this week we are working with my inner child clear quartz crystal. Now, let's see if I can capture this here. Depends on the angle of the light. I will tell you a lot more about this crystal and the message, the angel message that came through from the Keepers of the Keys. Now, when I first bought this crystal, I was going in upon a recommendation of a friend, a very good friend of mine, and who had it in the store that she was working at. And she said from the time that she contacted me, believing this crystal was for me, to the time that I arrived at the store, this outline of a child's face or head appeared, if you can see that there, and which was quite remarkable. I'm not sure if you believe that crystals can change, but I've certainly witnessed the change over the years. And one thing that has changed even since then is that just the end of last year, as I launched my inner child, or Healing the Inner Child masterclass series, then a rainbow appeared across the child's head. Now, with the lighting at the moment, I can't quite capture, I don't have enough natural light at the moment, but there are some images either on the thumbnail on YouTube or right there on Facebook and Instagram, where I've shared that there's a rainbow across the child's head. And rainbow for me feels like, while the rainbow is, we can cross the rainbow bridge where we can go up through all the colors of the chakras up to the light that is the divine light, and this is really what clear quartz is bringing through, is the pure diamond white light. But also for me it signifies, and while there are many other cultural references, it signifies the healing that has come through from the time I first purchased this crystal many years ago. I can't quite recall the number of years ago, maybe 5, could be more. And but I will say that last year brought some profound healing to myself. And while I had done many, not just inner child work for myself, but facilitated inner child healing for other people, but there was an element of inner child healing that came through for me personally last year, and that was with a fragment of my 3-year-old self. And this is while I had worked with the inner child as a singular energy, and this is often what people think of as the inner child, as a singular energy, just the little you or the child version of you. I've since been working with the different aspects of the inner child, so the infant self, the 1-year-old self, the 3-year-old self, and so forth, and that has formed the basis of my Healing the Inner Child workshop series, like I said, which I launched November last year, and will repeat again in November again this year. And so once I realized that, of course, and I had known this from doing my trauma work, is that when you experience trauma, parts of you can fragment, and this is what had occurred for me when I was 3. And so that fragmented part of me needed to be rescued and healed. And so once this not just came through, but I was able to not only process but integrate, and took months to do this, then that's when the rainbow appeared in the child's head. So the crystal's transformation can really be reflected by our own personal transformations, and I love clear quartz. Personally, you can never have too much clear quartz. Clear quartz is the master healer, and this piece has come through as my inner child quartz, not just because of the child's head, but I noticed every time we were doing inner child work, this crystal was on the grid. So it, by association, and by the crystal offering itself for that purpose, it became the inner child Quartz. So it wasn't a programming that I did with this quartz. It was its mission, its purpose. It was how this piece wanted to be of service. So that's a bit about the crystal that we will be working with today, and certainly the message from the Keepers of the Keys, the group of 12 healing angels that I work with. Their message for this week was about bringing the pure light back to our inner child selves. For what they were saying, and this is very true if when you understand trauma, is that when we have our adverse experiences, particularly in childhood, what they do is it's like a cloud or a cover or a shade over our light. And so this is about bringing the light back to those parts of ourselves where we have shaded our light, not because we chose to, but because that's what our experiences caused us to experience and to be the effect of the diminishing of our light. Now, this means that as adults, we can now have the power that we did not have as children to reclaim our light. And the other meaning was also in when we are healed in relation to our inner child selves, we can return to the purity of the child, we can return to the wonder of the child, and we can return to the joy of the child. And this is something that's really much missing. Often we can be too serious about our healing, we can be too serious about our lives and everything that goes on. We can be too serious about crystals. You know, I love crystals, but we can play with them and let them be our guides and our teachers if we wish. Now, not all of you are going to feel comfortable with that. That's okay. You can play with anything. You can connect with whatever brings you joy. And for me, it's books, it's crystals, and it's flights of fancy. So, you know, fantasy books, it's my children, anything that, you know, connects to pure joy, even just playfulness, being silly, and you know, I know for myself, I can take things too literally. I'm the kind of person that needs people to tell me that they're telling me a joke. Otherwise I would take what they say literally, but once I know it's a joke, I can laugh like everybody else. So when we can understand that we can be playful in the world, even when we can have all these adverse experiences that are occurring, we can reclaim our light within, reclaim the joy within. And that sometimes this can be really difficult, especially when serious events are occurring around the world, as they are and continuing to be. And you know, floods are still continuing in my hometown of Sydney as we speak, and it has been a day and a night of deluge, and it's been raining non-stop for 3 weeks. So and of course we can name countless events that are happening all over the world, and we don't need to repeat them here, but within these moments we can still reclaim our light. And this is what our meditation this week is all about. So I'm going to bring through the Keepers of the Keys, and we'll begin our meditation. As I've said before, I remind you that you should not be doing this meditation while you're driving or operating heavy machinery, and to remind you that afterwards you need to drink more water, because it is a healing meditation, and so the extra water supports your body to release what we release in the meditation. So the body has to release physically what we've released energetically, and so this may take a few days for it to fully process and be released from our bodies. So I will bring through the Keepers of the Keys. I'm sitting differently this week. Instead of by my desk, I'm sitting in my own personal meditation chair, still in the Crystal Cave or the Temple of Blue Volcano. And you can be sitting in your own chair, or have your own space or spot in your home, or on your bed, whatever is easy and simple and comfortable for you. So you may close your eyes or you may keep them open, whatever is preferred for you. And I will place this so you may see it. Welcome, dear ones. We are pleased to be with you, and we are pleased to be connecting with you once more. And we welcome you to this healing meditation for this week. And know that any time that you come to this meditation is a perfect time for you to bring through the purity of the light to you and to your inner child self. And know that the light is always within. What we are doing is uncovering anything that is shading your light. So let us begin. We welcome and connect with the higher selves of all people, connecting with this meditation in the eternal moment of now. We connect with Araya, Vicky's higher self, and Arya, her divine collective that is a symphony of light. And in gathering this symphony of light, we connect with the councils of light, the archangels and the angelic realms, Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek, and the Christed beings of light. And we connect with Father, Mother, God, and the great central source, the great central sun, the great white rose. And we bring this light to you and through you, and through the temple of Blue Volcano. As much as you are ready for, dear ones, in your best and highest good, in the best and highest good of all concern, allowing it to flow through your bodies. And move into the earth through the crystalline grids. Going deeper beyond the earth star to the lower connection points and into the heart of Gaia. Allowing this light to continue to flow up in an ever-flowing, continuous circulation of light, and allowing this to expand through your energy fields, to hold the sacred vessel and container for your healing and for this energy, all that you're ready for and in your best and highest good. And so we connect with the divine consciousness of the inner child crystal. And allow the divine consciousness of this crystal to connect with each of you, to surround you, fill you from the inside out, and envelop you. Anchor and contribute to this symphony of light. And to help you connect with the diamond white light, together with Archangel Metatron. And the angelic realm. And allow this light to connect with you and to connect with your inner child selves. And there will be parts of your inner children who are joyful, and there are parts who carry shame, parts who carry fear, and parts who carry their wounding. And all of these are shades to your light and to theirs. And as much as they're ready for and you are ready for as a whole, may you receive the purification of this light, the purity of this light, to return you, to begin to return you to wholeness, to integration, to singularity. So that even though you may have parts to you, you connect as an integrated whole through the gateway of your hearts, and through the higher connection with your higher selves. And a child selves, whole self, higher self, forming a trinity. And so we allow all hidden parts of you, hidden parts of your inner child selves to come forth out of the shadows and into the light, to receive the light and to be replenished by the light. To rejoice within the light. And allow it to move through all parts of your body, through your multidimensional DNA, through cellular memories and energetic imprints, to return pieces of you, parts of you to the light. Know that this is the light of love, and so it is gentle with you, dear ones, even as it is strong. And allow it to go to the parts of your body where you are holding this wounding, where you are holding this disconnection from the light, where you're holding this disconnection from yourself. And now we allow the light to get stronger, so that it may become the unifying force to bring all parts of you together. Bring the shadows back into the light. So that all parts of you may stand within the temple of your hearts to receive the light. so it is. And so it allows you a few moments to remain with this light and connect with this light. And may the light shower upon you and rain upon you to cleanse and purify and release from your body and your energy field all that is ready to release. And to be returned to the light. And so it is. Allow yourselves a few moments to return to your bodies, in your chairs or in your beds or wherever you may be. To return to your feelings of your skin, of the surfaces you're upon, to what you can see, smell, taste, touch, hear. I can certainly hear the rain and see the greenness outside and the rain coming down outside. I can see all my crystals in my room. And I feel though warm and held safely by the keepers and by our symphony of light. And so just as it was 22:22, as in 22 minutes, 22 seconds, I wish you and send you much love, safety out there, and much peace. From my heart to yours, much love.